be this way. Your time's a joke, you broke, your love lost your way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. But when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, well, I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before, I'll be there for you. 'Cause you're there for me too.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
We're going to get copyright struck for that.
No, the video was already uploaded by some weirdo. They would have got copyright struck if that was the case.
The musician did play that song and did sing that with their own voice, unless that was an AI robot.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, I don't want to get bogged down in the logistics of AI. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
how's it going?
Well, not well, obviously, because of the big Matthew Perry news. There's a couple of friends' heads. You and I are both a bit crestfallen.
Yeah,
You bigger than I. I mean, as you referred to me callously as a Seinfeld guy during a private chat over the weekend. I was a bit offended. I did remind you that I had the Rembrandt's Friends theme song CD single in 1994 when you were probably in your diapers.
Well, did you have any Friends VHSs?
Of course.
Yeah, I remember specifically I had the Thanksgiving episode where they played American football in the park. I remember.
Oh, absolute classic. Absolute classic.
Chandler, favorite character too.
Hugely influential on me as a friend in friendships, as a friendly guy.
Yeah. Well, it's been hot here. It was 81 degrees yesterday.
What's that segue? Hot tub, hot here. What are you doing there?
I'm just saying, it's been nice weather. I got to go out in a t-shirt in almost November. It's pretty nice.
It's nice for you. It's quite cold here, very windy. I felt like shit all weekend. I was sick. Supposed to go to the Joe Matt Memorial. I didn't because I was coughing and spluttering everywhere and body aches, and thought probably COVID, don't want to go, and wasn't COVID, did the test. Unless they're cheap old Joey Biden sent out the test to me last year, or maybe they're old tests, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice though. Sounds well. You're out on a bicycle built for two, eating croissants. What are you doing?
Just walking around, really. Walking.
Enjoying the fall. Enjoying the fall.
Yeah, there's crunchy leaves outside. It's very pretty. Philadelphia's quite pretty in the autumn, turns out.
Well, it would be the colours, I imagine. It'd be, it's the old brickwork with the autumnal leaves. I imagine it'd be quite beautiful. It is nice enough here. I mean, I was quite ill yesterday, but I did sit outside for like 2 hours just on my little outdoor couch with my daughter while she pottered about. And the wind rustling through the trees was beautiful, quite Lynchian. There's energy in the air. It's quite somber and peaceful, but with a nice blustery nature. It was quite lovely. I did rather enjoy it in my delirious state.
Yeah, trying out a mustache, that's new for me, but it's a bit blonde.
Really?
I can tell.
You look like a rapist. Or a burglar, like a gentleman burglar. Yeah. Or a gentleman rapist, I don't know.
I was thinking more Confederate soldier, but
yeah, all good looks. Ready for short run. Oh gosh, I'm just on time. Here's Kelly.
We have a special guest, Kelly FROH from Short Run.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
We're in Seattle with you.
Oh, great.
It feels like an
Can
episode
you hear
of
me
Frasier.
okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, great. I'm going to do it without headphones then.
Really? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You're averse to headphones, Kelly. You know, I did say headphones recommended, but you just don't like them. You're averse to them.
I have a nice little curl of the hair. I want to show that off here today. That's an accident.
Funnels the sound in, perhaps, in a nice way.
Yeah.
Simon's a bit of a headphone bully as well. I remember the last time I tried to wear these headphones for a stream. He made fun. He made a lot of fun of me.
Yeah, mine are huge.
You look like earmuffs.
Yeah.
You do look like earmuffs. It's weird.
He's headphone bully.
Right, so it's the big short run week, Kelly.
Oh my God. Yeah. So it begins.
I should say to the audience, if there's any people, Johnny Come Latelys in the audience that don't know what short run is, it's been running for over a decade now. This is the 11th or 12th one, or?
It's the 11th festival, but we've been doing it for 13 years. We had 2 festivals that were canceled. So yeah, it's the 11th. And I never thought we'd be going on this long.
Well, I can attest to it being a quality festival. As someone who lived in Seattle for like 6 years, I think my first short run was in 2014. And I think I probably did every one after that. I missed the early ones. I'm a Johnny Come Lately myself. But I always tell people quality festival, well curated. You'll have a good time, good traffic, just, a solid comics festival with a wide breadth of alternative comics of all stripes. Would you agree with this assessment, Kelly?
Yeah. I think I've only done short run once, but it was my favorite festival I've done. So I think last year, which was that the only year you haven't done, Simon, was last year?
Perhaps. Yeah. Favorite festival, Josh has just said there, Kelly. He said favorite festival.
I'm really, well, first of all, it's an honor to be on your show today, but also to hear that is really great. We try to just really pack the pavilion. I think the most memorable shows is when you are so busy you can't really leave your table, and the interaction is just kind of constant. It goes by really fast. It's exhilarating. And so that's something we really have going for us, is that we have never had a show where it hasn't been just like a ton of audience. So that's just Seattle's enthusiasm for comics. And I feel like I do a lot of work all year on the admin side of things to just kind of put everything into place. But then really, really, it's just when the artists all get there and the crowd comes, then the show just kind of comes alive on its own. And I just kind of breathe a sigh of relief, like, oh my God, thank God people showed up. So anyway, I'm so glad that people like to come. And I feel like we're the show that, yeah, we're all the way up here in the Pacific Northwest, but like it takes money to travel here. It's a little bit of a gamble, but in 11 years, at least you're going to have an audience in front of you, and you have a really good chance to make some good money. So
yeah, I think I remember last year there was a lot of chatter about, is anybody going to show up? It's the first one since COVID, I believe, and the line was just constant, like the whole time. There was a massive line, right?
Yeah, that was actually the first year that we had a line that was constant. It wasn't just like right in the beginning. Things were a little kind of slowed down because we asked people, how are you feeling before you came in, and we kind of checked everybody out. It's going to be a little bit more open this year, but I just hope all those people who waited in line are not too disgruntled and they'll come back. It's our last year at this venue, so we're just gonna pack it and rock it out one last year.
Holy shit! So that's a bomb. Is this public? Is that like a manga chat scoop?
Well,
No,
I have been kind of telling people. I've been telling people, like, I didn't like. It's not in print. I don't know what that even means anymore. But like, yeah, I think you probably know that Key Arena, our arena in Seattle Center, was changed. It's changed to Climate Pledge Arena. That was Jeff Bezos' idea. It's
great
horrible.
Names.
I guess people have been calling it CDA. I was like, maybe we should call it the climate. I don't know what to call it. It's stupid, but it's sort of taken over Seattle Center in a sense. And so I was told that unless I were to do a 2-day event, that they can't make Fisher Pavilion available to me anymore. Climate Pledge needs more dates where they have overflow into Fisher, and they just, I don't know, need more money.
Wow.
And I have never wanted to do a 2-day festival because I'm a comic artist myself. I hate the second day.
Yeah.
I really do. If I'm going to another city, I want a little time to like explore that city the next day after
Yep.
I sat on a chair for 7 hours.
Yeah, part of it's
So
the social aspect. So you don't want to just be sitting and tabling. You want to go to the satellite events. Short run.
yeah,
You've got great satellite events. Thursday, Friday, Sunday. There's you want
yeah.
to enjoy the city, get the flavor of the people.
Right. And no
Yeah.
matter what I put in place, all those things are optional. But when I look through the pictures, like a week later, I see that tons of people went to go look at the Fremont Troll, or some people went to like a old telephone museum last year, and that wasn't even on my radar. So I just love that that second day where people can really and have like a real full experience of coming to Seattle. So yeah, it's like I'm traveling here for a comic convention, but I want people to really kind of like experience the comic scene here, get to know some people, hang out with them, and just have some time to be like, oh yeah, I love being in Seattle. So anyway, what that means for me is I'm on the hunt for a new location for us, but I'm kind of scared about it because this location has been really great. Like they
It's great.
provide the tables, they pick up our garbage, like it's expensive, but everything is built in. But our origins were in smaller venues where we had to do everything ourselves and have a volunteer crew to actually set up all those heavy tables that pinch your fingers and are horrible to carry around. And
Yeah, I remember the first one I went to 2014. It was like an old 4-story pirate ship pub, kind of, creaky old dank pub. And the Fisher Pavilion's beautiful because it's the wide open glass from, it's like the light really comes in. It's open and you get all that light. So it's a shame. You're going to have to go back to a dusty old pirate ship with 4 levels, which is fun to explore. But
yeah. And some people really liked that location. That was Washington Hall, which is a historic location here in Seattle. But we rented it before it went through some renovations. So when we had it, there were holes in the wall, and there wasn't an elevator, and it had like really cool kind of historic, a little bit rundown charm to it. And then when we went to Fisher and we got to expand out as much as we have, and I do agree, like the light is really important to me, the light and the air. And I make a promise to you all now, like we will never be in a convention center where you have to take an escalator down into, a bunker of some kind. Like I can't imagine a show that I'm in charge of being that. I just hate that experience so much. And we always try to separate ourselves out from Comic Cons in that way, where it's like, it just has a different feel. You're set up to succeed there. You're not going to be like, oh, the fluorescent lighting is killing me, or what time is it? I can't tell because there's no windows. Those are all just little things that I think kind of help the mental state of the tabler. But we have some really cool locations here in Seattle that I think I might have to convince that it would be cool to have a comic festival, but it's sort of like our burden as comic artists is to constantly have to explain and convince people what comics are, why they're important, why they're cool, why they should notice. And so that's something that I'm not really looking forward to, is talking to like property owners and landlords about why they should have a comics festival in their beautiful building. But I think with 13 years of experience and the fact that we do attract so many people, I'm really hoping that, I would prefer to be treated like the Olympics and people come to me and say, please bring Shorerun to my building.
Please bring all those antisocial nerds to our building, all these paper fetishists. We want all these rhizo fetishists coming in. It's a good crowd.
I've told people before, I'm like, they love comic artists. You want them to come to your neighborhood if you want like the bars in the neighborhood to all be flush when it's over, and restaurants and whatever. So it's win-win.
Yeah, well, good luck finding somewhere new. I'm sure you will. It's got a good name in Seattle. I'm sure a museum partnership or something. I don't know, but I'm sure you've
Yeah, I
got
don't know.
avenues. And yeah, it's crazy. Last one in Fisher Pavilion. It's bittersweet but exciting. Josh, we got to go hard on this one. Like as tablers, as punters, twofold. We're gonna have to really smash it. Now
Yeah.
you've got some satellite events as well, Kelly. Thursday night you've got a reading down there. Where's that? Down Pioneer Square, is it?
Yeah, that's in a new bookstore that's not even open yet, and I think we'll just maybe sit in piles of sawdust or something. I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work,
What,
but
you're gonna
it's
break
really
in?
cool.
Not
It's
open
what's
it.
that?
You're gonna break into this bookstore. What's going on?
We did get permission. It's gonna be really neat. It's a great location in Pioneer Square, which has like the first Thursday art walk down there. It's called Long Brothers Fine and Rare Books,
Long
and
Brothers.
it's like a beautiful brick bookstore that's it's gonna open in about a month or so, but this is kind of like a special one night um event for us.
Sounds like
And
a speakeasy or something.
yeah, well, we're gonna
Sounds
set
kind
up
of dangerous.
it might be, yeah. We'll have to like tape all the electrical cords down and everything, but I think it'll be great. And so 5 artists are gonna read from their work, and it'll be kind of an intimate thing, like probably 30 people will show up for that. But those are fun to get to know the artists a little bit better. In a tabling situation, you can maybe stop and talk to somebody for 5 minutes, but so the satellite events are good if you want to actually try to get to know somebody and
It's
connect with them.
not as cold and transactional, heartless. It's more warm.
Yeah.
And Friday night, you got the big party down. Josh, you and I, we're going to definitely be at that one at the big Fantagraphics bookstore, Georgetown mixer. It's like a freshman mixer for the short run on down there.
Yeah.
You got the art show. What's that, Josh?
/art show, right? Isn't that usually
Art show.
Yeah.
Tell us about this. This is a marathon art show. This is a short run staple, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, our buddy Larry Reed came up with that title. Marathon just being
You're disavowing the title. You're just putting it straight out front.
No.
There. You're disavowing the title.
That was Larry.
Larry's fault.
No, I respect it because Larry's a big supporter of all of us, and
He is the booster.
When he says marathon, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like wordplay with short run, but also he said it is a marathon when you're a comic artist. You are putting in tons of work and training, and it never really ends.
True, so true.
Like, yeah, it was just him. The way that he phrased it was just, I don't know. It's great. It's wonderful to have the support and respect of someone with such a deep history and culture in Seattle and comics and music and art. So this is sort of Larry's party on Friday night, and that's when about 200 people show up. We pack the Fantagraphics bookstore. There's beverages, and we'll have an interview with Brian Baines of Bubbles Fanzine. And
fantastic.
He's going to talk to Anand Shenoy, our guest from India.
Oh, I've been reading this.
Yeah, look at that thing.
I'm really excited to meet Anand. Really excited.
And yeah, it was such an interesting thing. Anand was the first guest that I invited this year. I'd seen his Instagram and looked into his work, and I was like, oh, I really like this stuff. And so I invited him. And then I shortly found out that was coming out with Bubbles. And I was like, oh my God, this is so great that they both get to be there together to talk about it. And I put them next to each other on the festival floor. It'll be cool.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Just quickly, the curation. Like for you to bring this in, I just chef's kiss to the curation.
Gosh.
You always have such a good spread of stuff, and just to get Anand in from Delhi, just hats off to you. Great guest pick. So it's such an exciting cartoonist that you don't normally get to see on tour somewhere. So just fantastic.
I try to find people that it's like this sweet spot, this cusp of burgeoning popularity. And we don't always hit, but I feel like for the most part, the guests that we select are like, I think a good mix of people that could really use a popularity boost. And, you know, guests that we've had that people are like, oh, I don't know who that is. I've seen them go on to like more successful things after us. So I like to be that festival that's in the beginning of their career. But we also have people that are sometimes just on book tours, and we fit them in too. But I think it's a good mix. But I mean, I in no way claim to be on the tip of everyone like coming up and new. I just kind of get lucky sometimes. You know, Simon, I've had a conversation with you before, and you were like, "Oh, well, do you know so and so? Do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "No." It's like I'm no way an expert.
You can't know everything. These days, you cannot know everything. There's so much going on.
Yeah, when you look internationally, alternative comics internationally, it's like impossible. There's so many cool scenes going on. And that's why I'm also interested about Anand coming, because he's also an organizer who's put on events in Delhi. And so I like to also kind of in a selfish way, and the same thing with Kalarama. Is it Joanna or Johanna? I'm not sure.
I think
exactly.
it's Johanna. I always say Johanna, but I could be wrong. I haven't
met her. I haven't met her in person yet, so I'm not exactly sure. But she's just a master at curation and putting big events together and retreats and stuff. And so I'm just hoping that I get some time to talk to people this year.
A sharing of knowledge, international knowledge exchange and skills, and and you're not stopping with short run. I mean, it's like Comic Arts Brooklyn's kind of shut down. I don't know if Gabe's doing it again. And
really,
I don't know. I mean, it's not come back yet, but I think it's space issues. Maybe they can't get the gym anymore. But anyway, you're forging ahead, and many more short runs to come. Hopefully, with this attractive hypothetical new venue.
Yeah, I know. I have a few more left in me for sure, because I feel like there is a lot going on here in Seattle, but also I think it's just good for the Pacific Northwest. Like it's a way that we can really highlight Olympia, Bellingham. People come up from Portland. I think we just have a really good shot at putting together a solid show, even without guests that we fly in from all over. But
of course.
I do want to keep it going for Seattle and for everybody here. I think it's something to look forward to. I think it's a deadline for people that don't have deadline. It's like a deadline you can impose on yourself. And so I get really excited looking through Instagram around this time of year and seeing people like struggling to finish stuff. And it used to be in the olden days, I'd go to Kinko's the night before to pick up posters for the show for signage or something, and everyone would be at photocopiers all making their zines and comics. And so I think that's still going on. They're not being made exactly that way, but
it's Saigon printing now. It's Tan La down on Rainier Avenue. It's Saigon printing. Every year, it's very hard to get booked in. I'm like, I'm late. I've got my zine into Tan. He's like, I'm flooded. Everyone's doing their zines. Short run.
I know. I just saw him last week. I picked up the programs. I said, are a lot of people printing comics? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, do you ever look at them? Do you ever read them? And he's like, no, why would I?
He reads comics. I've seen him reading these little, small, Korean digest comics.
Oh, okay.
And he used to clean my stuff up for me. Like, I'm bad with computers, so I'd say, Tan, can you help me? And, knock out the paper texture. And so he must have been looking, and I was a bit embarrassed. So I didn't really want him looking at them. Like, he was going to be like, ugh, Simon's a freak.
I really feel he's got such a, technical eye. Like, if he is looking at your stuff, he's looking to make it look as best as it can printed. Like he
doesn't judge. Yeah, he doesn't judge on the content.
Does not judge. Yeah,
just about the technical. Yeah, but Saigon printing recommended for young comics makers in the Pacific Northwest. Saigon printing, Tan La, super helpful if you're bad with tech. Great guy and reasonable prices.
Exactly, he's great. He printed our program for us this year. I've got it right here. It's completely nuts. A designer out of Oakland, Thad Higa, was our program designer this year. And the theme was just kind of like this glitchy kind of AI taking over, trying to destroy comic art. So anyway, I hope you like it. Oh, I think we lost Simon.
Yeah, Simon's frozen. Let's see if he's yeah, Simon's frozen. So yeah, and then you have the we'll wait for him to come back. You have Simon and Alex's show that starts the evening of Short Run, right?
Yes. So Alex Graham and Simon are at the Mini Mart City Park, which is an art gallery space in Georgetown that's brand new. And that's where we have our after party. So people come into the after party will get the first look at the art show, and then we'll have an official kind of local opening for it on the 11th. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. Always feel that we didn't make the best use of Simon while he was in Seattle. He had a big show in Bellevue, but I feel like he's kind of like snuck into Seattle, and then I think many of us just like respected his work ethic so much that nobody like he wasn't invited out or something. I just feel like we didn't use this like art star while we had him. So, and y'all, every time I've checked into Manga Chat, you're all just like barely looking up from what you're working on. It's really inspiring to just see how hard y'all work. And Alex Graham, such a prolific comic artist who works so hard, like despite like health challenges, etc. And Seattle isn't one to just without prompting celebrate comic art in our city.
What is that? It's just like a bit too. It's a bit cool for it, or like.
I don't know really what's happening with Seattle right now, or our art scene is really fragmented. And I don't know if we'll even get any press this year. I don't know where the press is, and they seem to care about first year and new events, and then maybe events when they hit their 20-year mark. But I'm in this weird position of it being our 11th year, and it just doesn't seem interesting to them anymore, I guess. But if Short Run's responsibility is to promote the comic art in Seattle, that's what I'm going to try to do, because I feel like we don't have that many more popular or rich advocates, unfortunately. I don't know. We've lost a lot of like alternative weeklies and arts magazines, and sometimes new ones will pop up and I'll have to like sell the idea of comics to them like all over again. And allies that I've made in previous years have moved on from where their jobs. And so every year I just feel like I have to just keep starting over with new people, like selling the show, selling the importance of comic art and the vitality of what we have going on here and how exciting it is to be in Seattle, a really small arts organization. I'm the only employee, and to get as many like international stars that we do, and to get as like thousands of people together around comic art and celebrating it, and it not being newsworthy is really unfortunate. It's just like it's swimming upstream every year.
Feckless cunts, Kelly. Philistines. That's what I say.
Yeah, I know.
My words, not yours. Not your words, mine. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a constant battle. Like, you know, we had Jack Cohen on the show, like, you know, talking about publicity, and there's this turnover of journalists and stuff, and you do, as you said, constantly have to remind them what comics are, and it's an uphill battle. It's and just a lot of churn at these journalist places, and you lost the alt weeklies. I think just turnover of staff, less funding everywhere. I don't know. It's a shame that no one's like, come on, just fucking Short Run's on again. Like, come on, just throw a bone, at least in the gig guide. Like, come on, sure, it's on again. Like,
exactly. But I mean, maybe also that is makes our audience like even kind of more loyal in a sense, where it's like they know about it and they didn't need to be told, or it wasn't an advertisement on TV or in their face. It's like they're in the know that they're going to Short Run and they're going to tell people, and word of mouth is still very, very important. So if we can hack another show without any press and just like word of mouth and loyalty, and I mean, Instagram still, is good. Everyone's going to be talking about short run this week. But then I guess algorithms could be like, oh, there's just too much talk of this thing that hasn't paid us.
Yeah,
Let's shut it down.
The algorithm's rough. I'm getting it's so bad. I mean, I see a lot of talk about it, but yeah, it's really suppressing just art stuff. And like, I used to get like 50,000 eyes, like in the analytics, like 50,000. But now it's like you got to pay, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe I was going to experiment, and it's like, oh, if you pay like $50, you can get 5,000 to 6,000 extra sets of eyes on your post. And I'm like, fuck you! I used to get 50,000 for free.
Yeah,
I'm not paying $50 for like 5,000. Like,
oh,
and then
awful.
like even if I do get 40,000 likes on something, you look at the breakdown, like website taps 6. So like 6 people out of 40,000 have actually gone and like bothered to tap on a link where maybe they'll buy the product or look into more information. So it's just such a fucking battle. But still, that's our best tool to, the community, the scene or whatever. We're all excited on the Instagram and the tweeters and X or whatever you want to call it, or the Blue Sky Mastodon. Everyone's chattering on Mastodon about short run.
Oh, that's good. That's great to hear. I have no idea.
I was being deeply sarcastic. I imagine no one's talking about anything on Mastodon. But yeah, people are talking. People are going to be driving up. I know people will be driving up like 6 hours because they're excited about some of the guests.
Oh, God.
It's a mecca. It's a mecca for comics fans. But it'd be nice to get more normies in and more just like, oh, comic show. What's this? Let's take the kids down or the teens and like, because it's a fun show with lots of good stuff, and comics is a good outlet for the youth,
And that is something good about Fisher and Seattle Center, is that we do get a lot of tourists who are there who would just walk in and they're like, what's happening? What's going on here? So I'll definitely have that in mind when I look for a new location, is these naive tourists who have no idea the world they're about to enter.
Because it's a colorful looking show and display, and the old venue, like no one's going to drop by there. The old Washington or whatever it was you said, like it's on the corner in sort of like suburban kind of area. Like you're not going to get looky-loos going past, but
there wasn't a lot of walking traffic.
No,
it was definitely like a destination show. You kind of had to know where it was.
It's like, it looks like a weird cult meeting or something. Like, well, there's people with all their boxes going in there, blankets and boxes. What's happening in there? Like, ooh, scary.
I know.
But the actual show, I don't know, I dropped out for a bit. What were you talking about? Just the actual show on Saturday. We talked about Thursday night. We talked about Friday. Saturday. Costume party. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, Kelly, about the actual show on Saturday, the 4th of November at the Fisher Pavilion. That's going to be pretty crazy. From, I believe, 11 a.m. until 6 p.m.
That's right.
And then there's that after party down at the Mini Mart. That's
right. And yes, while you cut out, we just pumped up your show with Alex a little bit, the art show. And they're costume themed, which I assume probably like 1/20th of the audience is going to dress up. But I'm hoping that'll be entertaining for you and Alex to see people dress up like your characters.
Both of their reactions to anybody in a costume. I think that's what I'm most looking forward to that day, especially Alex. I can't imagine. I'm just imagining Alex. I think it's gonna be interesting.
It might be a bit weird. I saw a good Russian Mike the other day. Here he is.
Oh, great!
All Russian this year. All the Megan Mogg Halloween costumes were all Russian. So hopefully we'll get some Russians down at the after party in their Mike costumes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we're not like a cosplay comic festival, but I do think that opportunities to let fans just really go for it is something that you can't help but respect and want to put into place. Like if you have super fans out there that want to dress like your characters for 3 hours,
I'm just picturing Burning Man. It just sounds like you want to turn Short Run into Burning Man.
No, Kelly. Come on.
Are you gonna have it's in the desert next year. Short Run's gonna be in the desert. There's gonna be a giant wicker Buddy Bradley that everyone's gonna burn.
No.
Yeah, it should be a banger this year. I'm excited to come back and visit the old stomping grounds, and I think it should be good. Everyone come on down and make sure to drive up 6 hours if you're outside of the vicinity. Come on, it's just a short 6-hour drive. Anand is there. He came all the way from Delhi. What other guests have you got? What other guests have you got that are exciting?
Well, Joanna from Colorama is bringing that huge anthology clubhouse. Yeah.
Just got the new clubhouse. Fantastic. Beautiful item. Her table's going to be incredible as always.
And I have them together kind of surrounded with a lot of other people working in risograph, and her prints will be all over the wall. Yeah, I came up with the Sea of Riso this year. Yeah. Well, they all want to be together. And I understand that. I'd want to be
cult.
It is sort of cult. It's kind of true. Because all of them, when they apply, when we ask, like, do you have a table preference? They are like, oh, put me with other Riso people, and all the Riso people want to be together. So I thought, let's just do it, and but we'll label it so people aren't thinking that's the only look for comics. They just know that is in that one section. Kevin Hueyman is coming this year, not as a special guest, but as someone who I've been kind of like a big fan of for a while. And then when his application came through, I was like, oh, holy shit, like Kevin's coming. Tara Booth is coming back. We have Ron Rigi, who hasn't never been out here before. And Jamila Lowe from Toronto, I believe, and then some other guests, Aranza Pena Popo, who is illustrator and comic artist, who when they were in high school, they won a design award for something with Google, and they were on the Jimmy Fallon show, like as a team.
Okay. Like a superstar cartoonist. My God.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know this when I asked her. She had just done some comic art that was in The Stranger, or All Weekly, and that's how I kind of found her. But then I was doing some research. I thought that was really funny start to like your illustration career. Yeah. We're bringing Tim Root from Athens, Georgia. Now, Tim used to live in Portland for a long time. And many of us who, like, my first tabling experiences were at Stumptown Comics Festival in Portland and Olympia Comics Festival in Olympia. But anyway, Tim represents to me like this group of comic artists in Portland who were all super fun, encouraging. We always traded zines. I wanted to have something new to like present to this group. Like, it was Portland had that kind of vibrant, thriving, friendly comic scene. And so like our first year, 2011, I made sure to invite all those people I used to hang out with at Stumptown. And I really feel like that was a really good start, like this kind of beating heart of the show. And we've grown a lot since then, of course. And Seattle has a lot of comic artists that added to that. But for some reason, Tim Root just kind of really stood out to me as this he's just like the DIY king, like he does this, he works up. I don't know what his day job is.
I was just picturing like a big billboard, Tim Root, DIY king. Big billboard, DIY king.
Yeah, exactly. But like he has like a shed in his backyard. That's his studio.
He's the DIY king.
He's building shit out of wood. He's doing like things with Sculpey clay. He's always making stuff, but it seems like it's to entertain himself and to entertain us and to be like, look what I made. Like that spirit of play is so intense with Tim. It's so inspiring. So last year after the show on Instagram, he's like, oh, I hope to get out there one of these years. And I was like, okay, that in my mind, I was like, I'm bringing Tim out,
Yeah, pull your strings, Kelly.
I pulled the strings on that one for sure. And then we have Amanda Vahamaki from Finland, who's there. Look on cue, you have it right there.
From Neoglyphic Media, it's a lovely pencil work, lovely.
Oh my God, yeah, we'll have some original pencil drawings in the marathon show that are really beautiful.
And some watercolor by the looks of it. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Finland. So you're bringing them in from Finland as well. They're exciting for me,
Yeah. Let's see, who have I forgotten?
Jimmy Woods. I think Jim Woodring's going to be flouncing about the fair, isn't he? I think I heard Jim Woodring's going to be doing a signing at the Fantagraphics table. But
yeah, I have some bad news on that. I think he canceled.
No.
It's I think he canceled. I'm not sure if Pete Bag's coming.
Hey, Petey Bag.
Yeah, anytime we get Pete
Ball
to
Bag.
And I'm not sure who else Fantagraphics. Well, we have Leone Bischoff, who's coming from Brussels.
Yeah.
And she did this beautiful book on Anais Nin. And
yeah, she won like audience's favorite at the New York City Comic Con last year, I think. And another big award, Angle audience award, maybe, I think, for that book.
Okay.
But yeah, beautiful stuff.
Beautiful, like limited palette, like pencils, absolutely gorgeous drawing. I'm splitting costs with Fantagraphics to bring her. And
I'd literally say, Kelly, something for everyone, something for everyone's taste, something for everyone's curiosity, something new, something old, something borrowed, something blue. You'll literally find everything you could possibly want out on the floor. So I would implore people to come on down. Kelly and the team are going to be there, making sure things go smoothly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited, Josh. I'm excited to see Josh. I haven't seen Josh for like almost a year now since he moved away. Got Jasper Jubenville coming down from Vancouver. We're excited to see Jasper.
Yep.
Yeah,
you've got a great little crew with you, Josh, Alex, Jasper,
Nordlinger, Harry Nordlinger.
Oh, hey, Nordlinger's going to be romping about. Floyd Tangerman's going to be romping about. San Francisco's finest.
You know, I'm very excited. I didn't really know his work, and he's one of the exhibitors that applied and put like a strange website down. And then I go to the website, and it's actually like a collective of a whole bunch of artists. So then I had to like keep clicking. I had to like click like 10 layers down to get to Floyd, and then he's just like incredible, you know, pencil drawings. And I was like, oh my God, like who is this person? And then I invited him to be in the Marathon Art Show, and I hadn't heard from him, and then I hadn't heard from him, and I was like, hey, Floyd.
He got shot. He got shot in the drive-by shooting.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's the punchline.
Right. Okay.
He's like, Kelly, I'm so sorry. I got shot in a drive-by shooting. And I was like, oh my God. Well, can you still be in this art show? So he's coming.
He's a legend.
I mean, he's alive and well, and he's coming to the show. We'll see his art in the art show. You can buy his books. I think he's close to y'all's section too. But yeah, I'm excited about like discovering kind of people that have been around that people have been murmuring about, but I didn't really know them until now.
Yeah, no, it's a genuinely exciting lineup. I'm all hyped up.
Right.
I'm going to get on a big metal tube, and I'm going to shoot through the sky, and I'm going to come to Short Run.
Great.
Yeah. It's gonna be
amazing.
I
can let you get on with your show. I've got some errands to do.
We should let you go. You said you had half an hour for us, so you've generously given us a bit more than that. Thanks for coming on, Kelly. And
Kelly.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you up there.
Been great talking to y'all. I can't wait to see you on Saturday.
See you on Saturday.
Good work,
all right,
Kelly.
bye everybody.
Thank you for your service. I'm psyched up, Josh. I'm pumped. I'm jazzed. I'm brazzed. How are you feeling?
I'm excited for Short Run now. I'm very excited.
I feel like I just attended a good sermon.
Yeah.
Today I'm posting off the quality pictures, Josh. I'm going to send the box up.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm going to ship a box and stuff the rest of them in my bags. So we'll have the quality pictures up there.
Very excited.
It's looking good. So I've been coughing the whole time, but really excited about this. I'm excited. Quick flash of the spread of me, my work there. So it's about that strip. Jack read it. She said it was okay. She didn't be like, she wasn't like, she can be critical. She's an honest woman. Been married almost like 10 years, 9 years. In a week or so. She was brutally honest with me, but she said it was. About that. Yeah, Jimmy Brown fans are going to be excited because you got so much Jimmy Brown. That's a lot of Jimmy Brown text. Jack didn't read that. She was, I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Jay Webster Sharp piece is incredible.
One thing we forgot to mention, Jim Woodring has cancelled, but I'm hearing that he's been replaced with Pink Cat, right?
Oh, really? Pink Cat's bringing her NFTs. Don't start that rumor. Kelly will get harassed by people online. You know, Pink Cat will not be in attendance. Don't worry. Good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, people will clip that out, Josh, and think that it's real.
No, Pink Cat is not going to be at Short Run.
Yeah, we should do a whole episode on Pink Cat. We should get Pink Cat on.
I reckon, yeah, I think we should. I reckon.
I'd actually love to and talk to her about that whole brouhaha at TCAF where everyone drove off this Muslim American single mother and drove her out of the show just because she does NFTs. I personally, what?
Simon, do you remember when the entirety of comics bullied a single mother out of doing art anymore?
A single Muslim American mother? I do remember, Josh. I do remember when all those people bullied her. And
I remember it well.
I mean, she was a bit dicey and spicy. She did say some odd things, and people were very upset about non-fungible tokens at the time. I mean, everyone was so angry about non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
I just thought they were a bit naff. I was like, non-fungible tokens, that seems a bit naff. I'm certainly not going to drive someone out of a festival, but anyway, yeah, none of that. There'll be no NFTs at Short Run. If Kelly was still here, I'm sure she'd give her 100% no NFT guarantee. She hates them. Just what do you think, Josh? Do you think she hates them? Probably
despises them. Probably. Yeah. I can't stand the things.
Yeah, she hates non-fungible tokens. She enjoys fungible tokens. But yeah, it should be a good one. Any books you wanted to talk about, Josh, or anything?
Well, I've got a pile of stuff I bought this week. I usually don't end up with a pile, but I have a pile. Should we save it, or should we go through stuff we bought this week?
Might as well just go through it quickly because this week we're going to be busy. I've got to leave on Thursday for Short Run.
The first one we've already talked about, War Epic 2.
Oh,
incredible! The way it jumps to the Egypt stuff and then back to the Commandant. This is next level storytelling. I was blown away by this.
Good, you enjoyed it? Yeah, I loved it. The staging to me, the direction, the staging, the window scene, and just when they're sitting out, we're hearing the story, the flashback. Lovely staging.
That panel where the Commandant is looking out of the crossed bars and it reflects back onto him. Incredible.
Yeah. Really beautiful cartooning. I talked to Nathan and he's like, "Oh, I'm overworking it. I'm putting too much in," and it's like, but it's so beautiful. It looks so good. You got to do it.
I'm excited to see him later this month.
What? Later this month? Oh fuck, that's right. You're going overseas. You're hanging out with fucking Cowdrey. Fuck you.
So I got this anthology from the used bookstore near me. Go Naked by Last Gasp. Yeah, have you seen this one?
This looks intriguing, Josh. I haven't seen this. The lineup down the bottom, you sent me a picture and it looks stacked. What's in there?
Starts with Mark Beyer there. Strips.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see. We have it has the Charles Burns story that you have in Buzz.
Yes, that's right. You showed me that.
Yeah. Also has a Life in Hell strip, which was in a thing I had as a kid. I had a collection which has this one.
Now, hang on. The Charles Burns thing from Buzz that you showed me doesn't have any lettering on it, though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so it's all lettered in Buzz. Like, this is the Charles Burns story we talked about the other week where he's gone over a Marvel tryout sheet. Now, in Buzz from Kitchen Sink, it does have lettering, but Josh, you have a weird letterless version. I find this confusing.
Are you sure it's the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the Meat Man thing with that Peter Parker character. I recognize those pages. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Have a letterless version.
The good thing about looking at an anthology like this is there's a nice one there.
Oh, but that's lovely.
Yeah. But the thing is, you kind of look back at this era. This is 1993, and you forget that the artists that we love now were surrounded in a sea of shit. The same way everyone is.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of fucking dreck in this.
Yeah, people that just disappeared. I wonder, like you see these certain cartoonists, like you Google them and there's nothing. It's like they just disappeared. I don't know. They moved into advertising or just gave up or died. Maybe sadly. Yeah, but it's always been like that. It's like same with TV or music. You know, like, oh, the good old days. It's like no, there's never a good old days. There's always stuff you like and don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's like so. I want to say to Kelly with Short Run, there is such a wide breadth of stuff. There's always something that you like there. There's never a one-sidedness to the curation of Short Run. It always is. I do find wild and woolly and adventurous, and it's what you want. But yeah, an anthology, a show. You're never going to love everything, but there's always something there that you will.
Yeah, and there's this a really nice Wayne White strip in here.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
Like, he's doing Sluggo.
He just paints now and stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just does those weird letters on the He'll do like words on. Have you seen the documentary Wayne White? It's really good.
I haven't.
It's a really good documentary, basically about having like a second act in your life. Like not very successful at all up until he was probably maybe 50s or something. Then became wildly successful.
Well, it looked like he was drawing Nancy and Sluggo dancing around with big boners. So, there's only so far that can take you, I suppose. But the fine arts, you tone down the cocks and
I got this, The Planetoid and Other Stories, Orlando.
It's a Fantagraphics EC edition by the looks of it.
Some really cool stuff in there. It's not, I think for something like this, it's mostly like just seeing what I can take from it in comics. Good stuff. And then Brian,
always enjoyable.
It would be interesting to have on Brian Nicholson actually, but
he would. I love Brian Nicholson's criticism. He's one of my favorite, only remaining decent Comics Journal critic.
He lent me this White Boy in Skull Valley.
Yeah, I have to get that. It looks great. Sunday
Press. Yeah, it's just I'm blown away by this. It's just it doesn't look like anything else of 1933 to 1936. I don't want to fuck up his book.
It's big, isn't it?
Yeah, it just doesn't look like anything else at the time. It's like
lovely lithe figures, a lovely sort of quality to it. Very modern in a way. It looks like Daja-esque bits. Not
exactly.
CF-y. CF's post Daja, I'd say.
Yeah, and it looks like it becomes a little more well drawn as you go along and loses something, but
it doesn't have a macho quality. A lot of comics that era is more of a masculine kind of stiffness, but it looks feathery and loose.
It looks like it becomes a bit more, just looks like other stuff of its time, a bit more like traditional Western, but we'll see.
Yeah, it does. That looks far less interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my
I guess that's part of the fun of the book. You just it gets less interesting as it goes on. And, interesting.
Yeah. You buying anything?
I just got the Anand book from Bubbles, because I pre-ordered. I got this great little short story in here. I really enjoyed this one. Just a nice little extra zine. Love the quality of the drawings. Just I don't know. It's nice quality to it. I was trying to show it to Klaus when we were at SHQ. I was like, "Look at this, Dan," and he was like, "Oh yeah." I really enjoyed the first story in here. Just sort of. Yeah, it was just great. I really love the quality of the cartooning. I really just nice thin lines and just kind of classic, good pacing, and just something otherworldly about it, and just a great surreal kind of story. It's one of those books that's just like popping off for me. Just like, oh, I like this. Like, I want to give the book a cuddle or something. Really nice paper quality, really great printing by Brian. I think his third book, Bubbles Scene. Obviously, we always talk about Brian Bubbles, but he did the Translator Without Talent Holmberg book. He did the Bat Boy,
Bat Kid,
Bat Kid. That's right. They've got that up there, the manga. But he's done this. And Kelly was talking about Anand earlier from Delhi, but yeah, really, really, really pumped on this. Just really getting a buzz off of this. I'm just excited to meet him. Short Run. Go and check it out. And also the quality pictures. We will have this. Josh and I will have the quality pictures. I've got some nice prints. Josh, what are you going to have at Short Run?
I've got some prints. I'll have Warm Television, Power Wash. I might. I basically finished this comic. I might see if I can just make 50 copies at Kinko's before
But
short.
Best Regards, the new one. Holy shit!
Yeah. And then that's it, really. We're just going there to hang out. And,
basically, I mean, yeah, Friday I want to pick you up at the airport. I'll drive out and pick you up. Josh, we'll go hiking. We'll get a nice dinner. All that. I've got it all semi-planned out with some wiggle room, depending on Jasper's availability and whatever Brian's doing, and Nordlinger and the gang, Alex Graham. Yeah, I saw Alex Graham has made these plush, like, felt aliens, like a small edition. I'm incredibly excited to try and get my hands on one of those. She's doing weird little seance blessings with them or something. They come with little tags. They look like a real fun piece of artisanal merchandise. Yeah, no, it should be good, Josh. You're getting it on Friday. Where you have to leave like Saturday night, don't you?
Yeah, midnight.
Are you like you're turning into a pumpkin, like literally like Cinder? Are you Cinderfella? And the clock strikes midnight, and you have to go. Oh, he's left his slipper.
Basically, I should have stayed another day, but it was,
Yeah, you should have, you bastard. I could have gone home early to get back to my child, but I stayed an extra day because of you, and now you're just leaving early. Yeah, no, I kid, but I'll find something to do.
Midnight or 9 a.m. the next day, so it just seemed like,
Yeah, okay, well, midnight, that's all right. I thought it was like 10 or something, so you'll be able to hang out for a bit at the after party.
Yeah, I'll be there a few hours.
I think the after party goes till 10 or something, and then it'll probably move back to a private sort of location, like, so you'll be able to pick up your stuff and get out of there.
Exactly, yeah. Hopefully I can Uber, but yeah.
I meant to ask Kelly if the good pizza place, Flying Squirrel, was still down near the comic shop where the party is on Friday, but we'll figure out. I think that's the best food option. This is all private discussion stuff. But yeah, I figured Friday after the office tour, we'll go and get Flying Squirrel pizza. You can eat pizza, can't you, Josh?
I can eat pizza. I've been eating loads of pizza.
Yeah. It's a cheap option. I mean, I don't want to say to all this, but like, okay, I've booked us in at Spinace. We're going to go and get the Cipollini onions. Like, it's probably going to be about, $80 a head. Like, I can't do that. Well, yeah, but some people aren't, I mean, Jasper might be like, oh, I just wanted to pay like, $15 for a meal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thursday night I'll try and go to the posh place and then keep it, we're gonna have a whole team of dickheads. It's gonna be like, Entourage, like, Turtle, Johnny Drama, E. It's gonna be all the boys, and girls, just romping around, walking around like the R. Crumb kind of character. I hope my cough goes away. I don't backslide. I'll do a COVID test again.
I like to think Alex Graham would be our Ari Gold.
Oh, 100%.
Roman says, "Gosh, you prepared to give up trout for No Nut November." That's
a good joke. That's a good joke. If anyone remembers Josh overdosing on nuts several times last month. Yeah, we're going up that trail walk, Josh. If I see you eating trail mix, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that if that does happen, just leave me. Don't feel like you have to, no man left behind.
No, British man left behind.
if I overdose on the trail, just you guys get out of there.
Yeah, no, just watch your nut consumption, Josh. There's a gift shop up there that sells a lot of nuts. We're gonna have to keep you away from it. Yeah, Cycle Cleveland here saying he just got Cheat Sheets, the Tiger Tateshi book. He's been wondering if Moon Tracks is also worth a purchase. My God, yes. And I got it right here. Moon Tracks, it's just beautiful. You got to get this one too, Josh. It's all crazy color stuff and different paper stocks and some luscious painting. Different paper stock there. It's beautiful. Paper inserts and a ribbon. If you can pick it up at a decent price for like, $40, $50, sometimes you got to pay 60, but yeah, an absolutely beautiful book for the shelf. It's one I'll break out as eye candy for like an unenlightened friend to kind of like have a look at this, like, or just trick people if they're like, oh, you like manga, do you, Simon? I'm like, yeah, here you go. Here's Moon Tracks by Tiger Tateshi, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Any other good comments here? I saw, I know that Crapmaster Zach is celebrating his 100th subscriber on YouTube. This is big news. I don't want to give it away, but I think Crapmaster Zach has plans to eat a ton of chicken McNuggets, more chicken McNuggets than a human male I'm assuming, because of the beard, can possibly consume in one go. So many chicken nuggets. I don't know if he's doing them with sauce or not. I don't know if he's greasing them up. I think I saw some sauces in a post. Anyway, yeah, I've recently started following Crapmaster Zach on his strange YouTube channel.
Nice.
Just it seemed like he had a car crash. He was doing some commentary about the James Spader movie Crash, where people are sexually attracted to car crashes, and he managed to not masturbate after his car crash. Yeah, 100. I subscribed. He was imploring people, get on over there, I guess, track down Crapmaster Zach, and he's going to eat a ton. He said he was going to eat a whole cake, but it looks like he's going for a copious amount of McNuggets, perhaps more than 40. I don't know if he's long for this world.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the comments here saying you'll have to watch the special to find out. So yeah, get on over there, people. If you're bored enough to be watching this on a Monday midday, you're bored enough to go over to Crapmaster Zach's channel and watch a man eat a bunch of chicken McNuggets until he's sick. But yeah, we'll be at Short Run this weekend, Josh and I, barring any unforeseen incidents. Everything should hopefully go smoothly, and we'll be there, Josh, Saturday, November 4th, at the Fisher Pavilion. It's exciting, Josh. I'll be able to see you and like touch your shoulder in a way, and like, hello, man, friend. Hello, man, I'm friends with. Hello, and you'll be like, yes. You'll give me a nod and return the sentiment. Good to see you, old pal. We'll have smoke some cigarettes. I'm going to buy 2 packs of convention fags, Josh. 2 packs of ciggies. One for me, one for you. Do you want your Norwegian shag or you want your Danish shag?
I think I'm going to go Danish.
Bang! I'll pick you up a Danish. Yeah, smoking some ciggies, little birthday candles. It's going to be great.
Very exciting.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you get to Short Run if you can. It's going to be a banger. Thanks to Kelly, our guest. Bye, Josh. Have a good day.
Bye.